pretend that didn't happen. We're starting the run. First run of the day. And lost sprint. Cool. Alright, not my best work, but that's fine. Alright, bit of a late split. Oops. Messed up that beginning. Alright, this level's not going to be my best work. Somehow still saved time, despite the fact that I restarted at the beginning one time, but that's fine.
Congratulations. Never mind, I'll just send you an email back.
And I'm not going to forget a gem on this level like I did during the marathon run last week. I just completely forgot to split. It just... For some reason, my brain was just like, you don't need to split here. And then realized, like, half a second later, like, why didn't I split there? And by that point, it was already too late. I think my laptop's a little farther away from me than it normally is. Feels like it's a little bit more of a reach to split than it normally is, but it's not that bad. I'll get used to it. Oh, I got the GR17 at least, so it's not that big a deal, but that's annoying. I don't normally even mess that up either. But I think I got in my head because of the practice earlier about that, because I messed it up during practice one time. Oh well. Because, like, as much time as I could lose in these early levels,
Never mind, I'll just send you
none of it really matters that much, because it's not any of the major time save or loss that I have in this run that I'm comparing against. Alright, that didn't work. Yeah, it was worth a shot. Well, this is definitely not going to be golding or anything like that. Ooh, come on. Probably gonna lose like 5-10 seconds on this level at this rate. I glanced at chat and there's a long message that I definitely cannot read in the middle of the level. Read that in a bit. Oops, I messed up that sequence of jumps. Did an extra jump by accident. Oops. The thing is, how I tackled 100% was what I did first was I just did a run. I didn't do any extra prep for it beyond like the ILs and stuff that I had done. Like I didn't even. Oh, come on. Did I really just do the same thing twice? I never do that normally. That sucks. But like I did a run. I didn't look up where anything was beforehand. I would like, if I remembered where the GR17 was, great. If I didn't, I would go ahead and find it during that first run I did. I didn't split. I need to stop forgetting to split, but I lost like 20, 30 seconds on the level. That was bad. But yeah, that first run, I did no additional prep. I just went in, like I'm not going to say I went in blind because that would be a lie, because I had already done a not insignificant number of ILs, and plus knowing the 80% in all levels runs previously made things a lot easier as well, because that made the on-time deliveries a lot easier. But like that first run took almost 3.5 hours, compared to the only other run on the board that was a 5-minute world record. As you can see, that was a lot worse than what I currently have as a PB. So all in all, I have obviously improved a lot since that point. But yeah, like, basically from there, it's been very modular. I wouldn't say, like, I've spent a lot of time learning the 100% route. I did a run, I spent time practicing a couple levels, I did a run, I spent time practicing a couple levels, and so on and so forth. And then as time went on, I just got better over time. And depending on the level, like some of the shorter levels you could probably learn in like 10, 15 minutes. Also, I missed a gem. That sucks. Like some of the short levels take maybe 10 minutes to learn. Some of the longer levels also don't take that long to learn. It takes maybe like a couple tries. But some of the really long levels, you could probably spend, 30 minutes to an hour learning a decent route for it. And only like half of the levels, like I actually went in with like a planned route, because a lot of them I just kind of winged it and then practiced what I winged. And from that point forward, I just kind of kept going with that and just improved it from there. Like, there are definitely a lot of levels where, like, I watched the ILs to learn better strats, stuff like that. I didn't split again. What am I doing? I'm out of practice. To be fair, I haven't done a run where I was splitting in, like, 3 or 4 weeks. To be fair, but still.
Greetings. Never mind, I'll just send you an email back.
Yeah, like, if you actually I would say, if you wanted to go in, actually spend time learning each level and going from there, I would say maybe like a minimum of like 10 hours to get like a half decent idea on where all of the collectibles are and like a decent way of getting through all the levels. I didn't do that right, but whatever. Because, like I said, not all the levels take that long to learn, but if you like really wanted to get good, I would recommend doing the other categories first. Because while, like for any percent specifically, there's 62 levels. Out of those 62 levels, a good chunk of them you don't ever use the same strats for, but enough of them you do where use the same strats where it's worthwhile. If you ever mess up any of the levels and you have to do an extra run of it, it helps to know the 80% route for it. And on top of both of those things, it just helps remembering where stuff is in the level. How is that a gold? That didn't feel that good. Okay, I'll take it, but yeah, it's just like doing the 80% runs gives you a better mental image of the layout of these levels. I completely botched this level. And so by having a better layout of the level in your head, even if you've never done a run of the level where you get all the collectibles before, you'll do better than if you didn't know the 80% run, regardless of how much that 80% run specifically applies to the 100% type stuff for that level. And then if you want to remember where all the GR17s are and like go ahead and find them beforehand, obviously that would save you time during your first run. But I don't know, I think it's kind of more fun where just like you don't actually prep properly for the first run, and so it's kind of bad. I feel like that's fun. That's more fun that way. There we go. And that's why, partially why I wasn't that worried about losing time on those earlier levels, because levels like that exist where I didn't get the on-time delivery in the first attempt, and therefore I lost a ton of time. Alright, that's pretty decent. So yeah, that was my long-winded answer of I have absolutely no idea, because I never really properly learned 100% in the sense that you're thinking of. Ooh, that's pretty nice. Decent gold. Yeah, I'd say minimum of 15 minutes per level. Some of the longer ones will take a lot longer than that. And since there's 93 levels, that's gonna take a while. Oh, mess that up. But yeah, if I'm remembering like my time progressions for this category, it's like first run was almost 3.5 hours, second run was like 2 hours and 45 minutes, and then like every run from that point forward saved like 5 to 10 minutes on average. There's a few of them where like I only saved like a minute or two, but almost every single PB I've ever had in this category was by many, many minutes. Why did I do that? That was dumb. And then I missed that jump up the second time. Cool. Well, thankfully this isn't a level where oh, come on. That was also just really dumb. This isn't a level I really, you know, get the on-time delivery on. So that, at least I'm not blowing it in that sense, but I am just losing a bunch of time. In the old-fashioned sense. Are you kidding me, dude? I hate it when this guy ends up over here. And a lot of the stuff I do in some of these levels as part of the routes was just like small metagaming, like metagaming in the sense that it's like it's not an actual level strat, but it's like a real-time strat that saves time. And like I've just realized a few of them throughout the months that I've done this run and implemented them. Like this level has a very subtle one that is probably not even like that noticeable if you don't know to look for it, but like a lot of them involve getting the GR17s in a specific way and then resetting to the checkpoint to save time, because the GR17s are saved after collecting them, whether you die, leave the level, any of that stuff. So like on this level, you know, you run past the checkpoint at the beginning, get the tiptoe, and you have to go back and get the GR17 at the beginning. But what I actually do is I skip the checkpoint, grab the tiptoe, and then get the checkpoint on the way back, on the way to the GR17, because doing that means that I don't have to get the tiptoe the second time after respawning, which saves a second, because that's an animation that takes about a second long. So it's like a very minor thing that, like, if I don't do it, it doesn't matter that much, but it
You know what?
saves
You
a
already
second,
knew of it.
so
Don't worry about it.
no reason not to do it. Oops, I messed that up, actually. I meant to not do that. That is not what I meant to do. I really hate diagonals sometimes when they don't cooperate. That's what I meant to do. But I normally do that before going down, and I did not do that this time. Whoops. Alright, well, I'm botching a lot of these levels that I shouldn't be botching. It's like I saved a bunch of time on that one level, and I've already lost all of that time I saved. What song are you working on, though, noob? Right. Clean any percent run on this level, at least, even though I messed up the normal level. Also, if you're making a song, does that mean you're doing another power build with a song in it? A tiny gold. Oh, come on, really? Dude. This level is frustrating. There we go. At least it didn't take me too many tries to get a clean run of it, but it took me more than one, which is not ideal. Still saved a lot of time on it, because I did way worse on it during PB, but that's fine. Could have saved another 15 seconds, though. Then this is another level where respawning makes the GR17 suck way less for time. Could have been a little better, but that wasn't terrible. And again, way better than it was during PB, which is the thing that matters. Really? Okay, well, that's annoying. probably faster just to restart from the checkpoint if I mess up this jump. This jump's annoying. Because I need a coyote in order to make the jump, but I can't coyote too much, otherwise I don't get the jump. Damn. I was really hoping I would be able to get an on-time delivery there. Because this is one of those levels where it is possible to get everything in on the on-time delivery. I've done it before, but it is not easy. I didn't sprint there like I meant to. That sucks. Yeah, I've only gotten on-time delivery on this level while still collecting everything a handful of times, and only once during a run. There we go, okay. If I hadn't messed up that jump like 4 times during the first time around, I wouldn't have had to do it a second time. Okay. By impossible 8th notes, noob, I'm assuming you mean, like, are they too fast for the game? Like, you can't input them because the tempo is too fast? Otherwise, I don't really know what an impossible 8th note could be. Because 8th notes are slow enough that I don't really see what kind of tempo you could be working with where that would happen, but I also see that you put an explanation in chat that I have not read yet, so I will look into that in a second. Because again, I'm assuming you don't mean an 8th note then in that case, because an 8th note is just 0.5 of a beat. I'm assuming you mean like a 30-second note or something. Because that's actually not possible at that tempo. Well, that's a shame. I messed up the throw. Not a big deal, but tiny little bit of time loss. I don't really need to do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Because why not? Yeah, no, that's a 16th note, noob. A quarter note is 1 beat. Because the whole idea is like a quarter note is 1/4 of a measure, and common time is 4/4, which means 4 beats in a measure, and a quarter note gets the full beat then. And so a quarter note is 1 beat. 0.25 of a beat is a 16th note. I didn't split. I split late. And blah blah blah, so on and so forth. You can do the math to figure out the rest of this stuff.
Never mind, I'll send you an email, I guess.
Oh, that was dumb. Well, I'm not gonna keep that then, in that case. I also lost sprint. That sucks. I don't know if it's gonna be possible. Oh, I didn't get the shell. It is not gonna happen. I don't think it's possible for me to get it now. If it is, it'll be like just barely possible. Oh, that was close, dude. I barely pulled that out of my ass. Yeah, that's a 30-second note. I remember you're like you don't know music well, but not knowing music is different for everyone. It's like somebody might be like completely unaware of music and doesn't even know what a page of music is, or somebody be like, yeah, I don't really know music, but like they're still aware of like some music terminology. They just have like never played an instrument or anything like that. Or I've like never tried to do anything related to music, but like they're still aware of like musical terminology and stuff. Because that tells me, like again, you're aware of the musical terminology, it's just you don't know how to actually apply it, because you never actually learned that stuff. I'm restarting the level. I really don't like this level sometimes. I forgot that I just lose sprint at the end to make this level safe, and I kept sprint by accident, and it did not work. That's annoying. But thankfully, this next level, I messed up during PB, so I can save a bunch of time as long as I don't mess it up again. Oh, I did mess it up, but I don't mess it up in the way I normally do, so I will actually have some leeway. There we go. Just like that. Bunch of time save. Alright. Yeah, I think what I messed up and didn't get the on-time delivery last time. Because that one's a little tighter than you'd think. It's not like that tight, but it's not free either, so... Well, I messed up, so I'm just gonna get the GR17 and then reset it. Alright, I'm losing a few seconds on this level. Nice, I got 69,000 points.
Never mind, I'll just send you an email back.
Alright, now I'm coming up on a few levels that I'm actually a little worried about. Ooh, the package didn't end up where I wanted it to. Alright, I was able to pull that out. Worked out fine. I didn't die at the beginning, but... Alright, I might try something a little risky here and see if it pays off. Alright, well, that wouldn't have worked out no matter what strat I was using, because things just didn't happen how I was expecting it to. Because the one swooped way lower than he was supposed to. Alright, let's see if I can... Okay, well, this is going to be tighter time-wise than I would like it to be. It's still possible, but it is not looking good. Okay, I blew it. Because the cycles were slightly off. Damn it, that sucks. Yep, okay. If I didn't mess up earlier as much, I would have actually been able to get this the way I wanted to, but that's fine. I still have to get the GR17, and I still have to do an 80% run. But it was worth a shot, see if I could pull it off, and then fail because I didn't pull it off. Because since I've been grinding that recently, there's actually way more leeway there than I thought there ever was. Because there's like over 5 seconds of leeway, which is a lot. Honestly, getting the GR17 during the 80% run, honestly, isn't that slow. So I might just start going for this until I finally get the on-time delivery in the same run as the 100% run. And that way I can get a really nice gold on that level. This is not going to be my best run in this level. It's not going to be bad, but it's not going to be my best run. It's never really going to be truly bad unless I were to miss the on-time delivery, so I'm not worried about that at least. Whoopsies. That's fun. And entirely not what I meant to do. Well, at least I don't need the armor or anything. That's not that big a deal. And I saved a couple seconds, so that's not too bad. Damn it! If I'd gotten that first try, I would have had it. Okay, well, I would have had a good chance at getting the on-time delivery in the same run as everything else, but obviously that's not happening. And then I missed the bug piece on top of it all. Well, that's a shame. It is what it is, though. Don't split. Alright, then I'm going to do a modified 80% run, because I also skipped the GR17, but that's not really that big a deal. Most of the time I spend in the 100% run for this level is at the beginning, and I don't have to worry about that here. Alright, definitely still lost a good amount of time, but that's fine. There we go. Okay. That death cost me a couple seconds, but that's fine. Yeah, during my PB, I absolutely nailed Wild Tunnel, so I am going to be up against a difficult run to beat. Oh, come on. So yeah, in other words, I'm going to lose time on this level, but it's just a matter of how much time. Ooh, I lost sprint. That's not great. Alright, that wasn't terrible. Like, as far as runs go on this level, I am more than happy with that one, because that was not bad. Alright, let's see how I can do here, though. Oh, I messed up. That's a shame. Alright, that was pretty good, actually. I'm happy with that. Alright, I did not practice
Well, you know what? You already knew of it.
the way is through. I maybe should have, but I should be fine. This level's not that bad in the scheme of things, because I don't have to do the actual skip. As long as I need to do a version of it for the route that I use, but I don't need to do the full-on thing, which is the important part. And plus, I only need to do that version for the GR17. I don't need to do it for the regular level. So if I mess it up once or twice, it's not the end of the world, because I don't have to worry about the on-time delivery. Oh, that's not good. Alright. Still got on-time delivery. Not that bad. That was a lot of real-time loss, more so than in-game time, because of all the zips. There we go. Not perfect, but it got the job done. Ooh, that sucks. Alright, outside of the death at the beginning, that was pretty good. That would have been a pretty decent goal, actually, if I didn't die at the start. Pretty happy with that. And I'm also not forgetting to split, like I was earlier in the run, which is also nice.
Never mind, I'll just send you an email, I guess.
Oh my god, are you kidding me, dude? Come on. I haven't done that before. There we go. Okay. Not my best work, but I got through it. Don't split. I still have to do a second run. Whoops. Alright. Okay, I just noticed my gold on this level is 49.49 seconds. Oopsies. Come on. How did I not grab it? That's annoying. Come on, dude. This is not something I ever have a problem with. Alright. Outside of the 2 deaths at the beginning, this isn't too bad. Not got a gold or anything because of that, but it is what it is. Pretty close to actually golding, though, which is unfortunate. Whoopsies. Went a little too far there. That's fine. Not too bad. Oh, it didn't get a sprint. Cool. Forgot there were spikes there. Alright, well, I'm doing the old-fashioned way of doing this now. And then I didn't get the old-fashioned way of doing this. Cool, I'm losing a bunch of time on this level. That's fun. I love it when I lose time on this level. I still have to do the any percent run. Thankfully, the 80% run is nice and easy, but still. Dang it, I aggroed him. The big guy. Alright, didn't lose too much time, but I had the opportunity to save a decent chunk, and I did not. Oops, I did not mean to go this way, but I'm going this way. Well, I'm just doing this now. Nothing like some good old-fashioned time loss. Get in the frickin' gap, dude. I'm just gonna wait an extra cycle because I am not playing this risky at this point. I'm at the end of the level. I'm on pace to actually get it into the on-time delivery. I'd prefer it if I didn't mess things up. There we go. Even saved a couple seconds in the process. Not terrible. Are you kidding me, dude? Come on. That was a BS. Come on, again? Dude, what is happening? Yep, I could tell that was gonna happen. What is going on? Dude. Well, I really hate this level sometimes. And because I was hitting the checkpoint, and I hit the checkpoint while facing left, that just killed any chance I have of actually doing decently on that level. That's incredibly frustrating. Imagine losing 50 fucking seconds on the 9-second level. And that's why I get frustrated during this category, because that stuff happens. Yeah, that facepalm emote is appropriate after that last level. But now I've got a couple levels that I'm not as worried about, so that's not too bad. Well, I messed this up. So yeah, I'm gonna lose some time here now. Not a ton, but a bit. Probably could have had a decent gold if I had messed up the bomb throws at the beginning with the kills. All good. This is a level I should probably, like, figure out a better route for, because I kind of just wing it and play it safe. But it works. I mean, it works when I don't do something really stupid and mess it up. If I could figure out, like, an actual more consistent speed route for that level, that would probably be better than whatever the hell I'm normally doing on it. Alright. If I can get everything in the first run, I will save a bunch of time here and have less resentment towards this level. If I mess it up and I have to do it twice, I will not be this thrilled. Cool, I messed it up. If it's just the if I miss the bug piece, I'll do a second run. It's not that big a deal. But if I miss the gems, that matters way more because then I have to do a second run where I get all the gems, which is just slow. God, this level sucks. Somehow it managed to be really annoying and frustrating, both in any percent and in 100% for completely different reasons. There we go. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, I'm just gonna go through the old-fashioned way then. Alright. I still didn't lose that much time, which is kind of sad because that was really bad. But I could have saved a good chunk of time if I didn't botch that. Oh well, it is what it is.
Never mind, I'll just send you an email back.
I'm not too worried about this level. I might still lose, you know, minor amounts of time on it. But, like, nothing major. Because of stuff like that. That's the main reason I actually lose time in this level. Can you aggro, please? Thank you. Like I said, dumb stuff like that. Still saved time, so it wasn't that bad, but that was not good. I hate this level. Because getting all of the gems in that drop is just annoying. And it's one of those levels where if you get hit once, the armor doesn't mean jack shit. Because you'll still die. Are you kidding me? Am I going to miss the on-time delivery because of that? If I do, I'm going to be really annoyed. I shouldn't. Like, I should still have enough time for it. It's gonna be way closer than it should be. Oh yeah, during my PB, didn't I, like, die at the beginning of the level on that one or something? Or am I thinking of a different run? I don't know. All I know is that I somehow didn't save the 30 seconds I had to save on that level. And I didn't even realize I had 30 seconds to save on that level. Oh well. While we are more than halfway done in terms of the actual levels themselves, all of the long levels are, like, any of the levels that are, like, really long are in the second half of the run. So, take that as you will. Alright, that went well. Still have to do a second run, because that's just how this level is. But that was a good run. While collecting everything. Alright, that was a little scarier than I would have liked it to be. Ooh! 3-second gold. Wasn't expecting that. And just like that, my sum of best is under an hour 37. Which I've already lost about 10 minutes to.
Greetings! Never mind, I'll just send you an email, I guess. That was definitely not ideal. That could have been a decent gold if I didn't botch that arena so badly. But that big swoop was just not cooperating. Damn it. I got RNG'd. Well, because of the RNG, I don't think I'm going to be able to get on-time delivery and everything else in one go anyway, so I'm just gonna do this. And resign myself to my fate of having to do the level a second time. It was actually a lot closer than I thought it was. Maybe I actually shouldn't have done that, but oh well, too late now. Dude, the RNG is just killing me. And this
guy just doesn't want to aggro. That's fun. So now all of my other strats are messed up. He didn't aggro either. Cool. That's a lot of time lost because of that shit. Oh well, maybe I can get the super jump, the wall super jump here, and feel good. Or maybe not, and I just lose a bunch of time because I'm bad at the game. Oh hey, I actually got it. Doesn't save me any time because I accidentally died the first time. But that's the first time I've ever gotten it in a run, so I'm not complaining too much. Damn it. Okay, I messed that up. Are you kidding me? What the hell was that, dude? Come on. Well, so much for getting the on-time delivery. That's way too big of a mistake. There is not enough time to save in the rest of the level here. Did I actually still barely manage it? That's actually really surprising. If that didn't happen, I would have golded. But I'm really surprised I somehow still squeaked that out. Getting the checkpoint because I don't trust myself because of that stuff. And wait for this guy to go so I don't mess this bomb jump up, because I absolutely would mess it up if I wasn't careful. Ooh, that's not what I meant to do. I saved it. But yeah, that's obviously not ideal. Alright, that wasn't too bad, though. I'm okay with that. Alright, we're coming up on some annoying and difficult levels now for the next multiple levels, like the next 10. Oh, come on. That's not what I wanted. That's still not what I wanted. And that's why I don't ever hit that bumper while I'm holding the package anymore. Because I have made that mistake before. And accidentally finished the level without all the gems and had to do it a third time. Oh no, I didn't want to... well, that's a bunch of time loss, because I accidentally skipped that checkpoint. What is happening, dude? Please just cooperate. Are you goddamn kidding me, dude? Come on! This is not a level I should be losing time like this on. Dude. Seriously. What the hell? well, that's not what I wanted. That's actually a huge problem. Dude, it's a super jump. It's not that hard. Whoops. And this is why I need to keep him alive. And up here, because I need this key. The key ends up going down below, I'm screwed. Cool. Cool. I love messing up the ending to this level. It's so fun. Dude, come on! Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck, dude? There is so much leeway on this level. I should never miss the goddamn on-time delivery. And here I am, missing the fucking on-time delivery. Like, that level is over 30 seconds leeway. It is not that hard. Whoopsies. Cool, I don't have my armor now. That's fun. There goes my safety net. How did that gold? That was terrible. God, I do not have a good gold on that level, I guess. Not by any means of the word. Less than perfect, but I got through it. It wasn't too bad. And one more time. Now sprint, so I'm going to be going through this a little slower. That's fine. Not mean to skip that checkpoint. I hope it doesn't bite me. Alright, not too shabby. It didn't split. I want my gold, damn it. That's a fake gold. I'm not keeping that. Also still fake because of that earlier split. Like, as much as I would love to take credit for it, I can't. Alright, lost some time because I messed up that bomb placement. Throw it at a goddamn... What the hell? Why are my diagonals just non-existent today? What is going on? Alright, well, this on-time delivery is going to be tighter than I would like it to be. Well, especially if I do stuff like that. Okay, still managed to get it, but that was dumb. Not out of the woods yet, though. Hollow Mountain Hike and Turn It On are next. These levels are gonna kick my ass. Alright, this is going decently so far. Not out of the woods yet. But I'll take what I can get. That was risky, because I did not get the checkpoint like I normally do. I don't know why I did that. Cool, I don't have sprint. That's fine, I'll just deal with it. Dang, I would have golded if I didn't reset twice, thinking I had sprint at the checkpoint when I then realized I didn't. Oh well, I'll take a good run regardless. Come on. Dude. Why? What is going on? Why can't I do this properly? This isn't that bad of a section. The hard parts are basically over. Oh well. I still saved a lot of time. That could have been a really, really nice gold if I didn't botch it so badly. Alright. Outside of botching at the beginning a few times isn't too bad. Well, I take my my last words back. This is not good anymore. It's not bad to the point where I care. But it's not going to be a good run at this level. I'm going to be losing time. Now it's just a matter of how much time I'm losing. Are you fucking kidding me? I hit the goddamn B button. I don't know what you want from me, game. Well, the run is falling apart now, I guess. On a level I really shouldn't be losing time on. Like, maybe like 10, 15 seconds at worst, but like, this is bad. Yeah, this is like 30, 40 seconds down the drain minimum. That sucks. Are you fucking kidding me? Well, that was a good save, at least. When trying to get the GR17. But this is, like, almost not... I'm almost not getting the on-time delivery. I should still get it. But this is stupidly close. In a level that really shouldn't ever be close at all. God damn it. Well, we're at the point of the run where I'm getting very frustrated. The time has come. No! Well, there goes the potential gold that I can get on this level. One of these days I will get that while I have my fucking splits open, but that day is not today. Because the only run I've ever gotten it in, I didn't have my splits open. Because it was, I think it was the run that I did with Into and Cashew a few weeks back. Dude, really? That was trash. Saved time, but it was trash. I don't know why I split. I didn't get the on-time delivery. Force of habit. Why? What am I doing, dude? I know that doesn't work. I'm throwing away a good run on this level. By being dumb. Maybe I should have practiced the 80% run for this level. I'm losing more time on that than I did on the 100% run. Come on! That's annoying. Alright, decent run of that one though, at least. If I can just maintain this kind of pace, I'll be fine. The problem is, I need to be at least like a solid minute or two ahead in order to PB going into the last few levels, because PB golded the last 4 levels.
Never mind,
And the
I'll
odds
just
of
send you
me
an email, I
getting
guess.
close to matching that again is not high. But I also have 2 minutes to save on Grand Theft Grotto, so that's the other side of the coin. This is not my best work on this level, but that is fine. Doesn't have to be my best work, just has to not suck. Like that. That's all I need. Apparently that was a gold. Like, I knew I was going to save a bunch of time by not messing up the first run of it and getting everything in one go, but I was not expecting to save time on my gold. Especially not, like, multiple seconds. Alright, so far so good on this level. That's not great. I missed that. That's fine. I can get it the second time around. Not that big a deal. It's more important that I don't die. Okay. Messed it up a second time. Cool. And that time I did not recover it. That's fun. Go up, please. Thank you. Alright, well, that could have been better, but wasn't bad. Damn it. Nope, messed up that last throw. Oh well. Are you freaking kidding me, dude? I might not get the on-time delivery now. That was stupid. Oh my god! No! I did not just fucking missed the on-time delivery on Pressure Puzzle. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? That's incredibly frustrating. And I didn't grab the frickin' waylay. Dude! Alright. Look, my best possible time. It's still possible to get under minute 50, or hour 50, clearly. Come on. Cool. I soft locked. Dumb. This level's annoying, and now I'm losing another 30 fucking seconds. That's fun, isn't it? Dude, what the fuck? Why can't anything... Ugh! Runs just fucking dead, I guess. How the fuck am I losing over a minute on this goddamn level? Now I'm getting tilted, so now I'm playing like crap. Yeah, like the only major time save left is Grand Theft Grotto at this point. Which, I mean, it's still 2 minutes, so it's not like it's nothing. But it's not that much in the scheme of things. Not compared to how much time I've lost throughout the run. Okay. Need to focus on the levels that are left, though, so I don't lose more time. Cool, lost sprint, that's fun. That makes this section almost impossible to do well. At least impossible to do without losing time. Alright, well that was pretty bad. I technically saved half a second, but that was not good.
Impro. I hate meetings too, hmm?
Are you fucking kidding me? That was stupid. That was my own fault, but that was stupid. That's 20 seconds down the drain. And then another 5. So I'm losing 30 seconds on this level. Alright, didn't get sprint, that's fine. Alright, the actual run that I finished with wasn't terrible, but I lost a bunch of time trying to do it. Cool. This level I am not getting. Again. Just like in PB. Isn't that fun? Isn't that just fucking fun? I think it's so much fun. Because that fucking Swoopadoop didn't want to cooperate. Why couldn't I have just done that the first fucking time? Come on. Why'd I do that? How is that a gold? That was not that good. I mean, I'll take a 3-second gold. I'm not complaining, but that did not feel great. Alright, we're almost done, though. Whether this run manages to clutch it out in the last 10, 11 levels, or I absolutely shit the bed, like I have been so far. Ooh, I nailed the hole. Oh, and I missed a gem. Come on, that sucks. Alright, that was pretty decent. Not perfect, but pretty decent. And apparently I've never done better than that during a run. So, yeah, it's pretty decent. Yeah, I messed that up. I can tell. I went too far to the left. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Dang. Probably could have golded if I didn't mess that up. Oh well. It is what it is. Split a tiny bit late, so that was technically better than the split says, but oh well. Oh, come on. 4 shots, really? This is why I hate this level. Because of those flapjacks, specifically. Well, damn. Still save some time, so it is what it is. Grand Theft Grotto is basically the last level I have time save on. After that, I have to play as good as I can and just try not to lose time. Thankfully, Grand Theft Grotto is going to give me a nice cushion. But yeah. Alright. I went further than I meant to. We are not off to a phenomenal start. Still not off to a phenomenal start. Alright, I nailed the first throw at least. I didn't nail the second throw, but I'll take one of 2. Come on. I never miss that grab. Not my best work, but as long as I don't botch the rest of the level, I'll be fine. Him going up there is like worst case scenario. Okay. I didn't mess up the ending. That's what matters.
Employee.
I don't even remember what I said was the worst thing ever at this point, Ben. But I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say yes, worse than Slurp. But yeah, sometimes when I'm frustrated and start rambling, I don't even remember what I say half the time. Alright. How did I not die there? That was one of the most scuffed things I've ever done. Jesus Christ. Honestly, if that didn't happen, I actually had a non-zero chance of getting the on-time delivery. That was surprising. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that Flapjack going up after the checkpoint is worse than Slurp, I will say. Just because that Flapjack in general is awful, and I hate it. And it doing that is the worst pattern it can give you. Whoops. Although part of the reason why that one sucks so bad is, because of the slurb that's in that arena, so... I guess they technically go hand in hand. Alright, this is not my best 80% run of this level. How did that gold? How was that a 9-second gold? That was not a great run of that level. Or at least not the 80% run. I guess the 100% run of it was actually pretty decent. Considering I almost got the on-time delivery with a pretty sizable mistake in there, but... Whoops, I did not have both shots. Alright, that was a pretty good run. Not perfect, obviously. I did mess up, but that was pretty good. But yeah, that was the first of 4 levels that I golded in a row at the end of this run, so let's see what I can do. Alright, already messed up. Cool. Already messed up a lot. Cool. Alright, let me just get the GR17 since I'm here, and then restart the level. That's what I wanted. That's not what I wanted! God damn it. I'm blowing it. I'm botching this level. I'm botching it real bad. No, I missed the gem. Come on, dude. Damn it. This sucks. I'm losing a lot of time now. I'm used to losing time on this level. This is not a level I normally do very well on. But still. I'm up against my gold here, so that matters. Alright, that was that, though. I didn't lose that much time. Thankfully, but it was not my best work. That's for sure. Let's see what I can do here. In terms of messing it up or not messing it up. Oh, I just got a 4-hit. I almost never get that during ILs, and I just got it during a run. Damn. Getting 4 hits on that flip whip is, like, stupid hard. Like, if you ask me to just, like, run that section over and over again until I get it, it'll take me a lot of tries, because this is not consistent. And I just got it by accident. That's awesome. Oh, no! I didn't hit the checkpoint! Oh, that's not good. Alright, I still got the, on-time delivery, thank God. But that could have been a really, really big gold on that level if I didn't do that. Damn. I got a 4-hit and I blew it. That sucks. It is what it is. I didn't really need to push there, but whatever. I'd rather push and just not die than the alternative, which is dying. And I do need to remember not to split when I finish the level, because that's not when I split. It's easy to forget that. Not my best, but that's fine. Damn, okay. I messed that up. Oh well. It's only like 5 seconds lost. Not that bad. In an almost 3-minute long run of this level. Damn. Alright, that should be everything. Okay, I didn't miss anything in any of the levels. Cool. Alright, Grand Theft Grotto saved my ass, and so I was able to PB, despite so much time loss.
Congratulations, keeping training.
Hey, and I still golded the
Well,
last
really
level by
don't
7 seconds, apparently. I'll take it. Alright, 152. I, legitimately wasn't sure if this was gonna PB, because I knew I golded the last 4 splits, but I guess those 4 golds weren't, like, that good, considering I almost beat 2 of them that I didn't beat, and then I even golded 1 of them, but yeah, these last couple dozen levels is probably a lot, oh well. But yeah, not a bad PB.